Hello friends, welcome to Expert Guidance, and today we'll be covering a very important topic for your GCSE maths, which is mean, median, mode and range. Now in this video we'll be looking over what is mean, median, mode and range, how to calculate them, how to calculate mean, median, mode, and range for a discrete data or a data which is grouped, how do you calculate them from a frequency table, how you can compare the data using mean, median, mode, and some word problems. So let's begin. Now, first of all, what is mean? Now, mean, median, and mode, these are all the different ways where we can compare the averages. So the mean, median, and mode are used for data comparisons. And we also say that mean, median, and mode are also the measures of central tendency, whereas range is just the measure of the spread of the data. Now, to calculate the mean, what you have to do is take all the data sets, add up all the values, and divide the sum obtained by the number of data values. So, for example, let's see this question that the marks scored by Joan in a test are these. So how many data points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we take the sum of all these data and then divide it by 9, which gives us 29.55 as the mean score. Okay, so in the exam, you can get a data and then you'll be asked to find the mean, or the mean will be given to you. How many data sets are there given to you? And they'll ask you to find the sum. So you can rearrange the mean equation. Now, is mean a better way to compare the average? Now, mean is better of all the averages, which are median and mode, that we'll be discussing next, because mean takes into account the whole data set. So it is the best way to analyze the group of data. But the problem is that the mean is affected by outliers. So if you have any outliers, then your mean value will not be closer to your other values. Okay, so the best way if you need to use mean is that you remove the outliers and then you calculate the mean. And if you have many outliers, then modes and medians are the best for comparison. Okay, so I hope this mean is clear to you. Now let's come to median. Now, what is the median? Median is just the middle value of the data. So to calculate the median, what we do is we arrange the data in the increasing order and just find the middle number. And if there are two middle numbers, then we take the average. Okay, so what we have to do in the median is first you arrange all the data in increasing order and work out the middle value. Now, to work out the middle values, we have two ways. Way number one is start striking the numbers from each of the end unless you are left with a single number or two number. If you are left with a single number, then that particular single number will be your median. Let's take an example. For example, the John scores are mentioned here and you need to work out the median. So first, I have arranged the data in the increasing order and now I'll start striking from each end. So this is a pair. This is another. This is next. This is next. So I'm left with one single number, which is 30. So 30 is the mean of this data. Let's see this data. This data is already in an increasing order. So I'll start chopping the numbers from each end. So this get cancelled. This get cancelled. This get cancelled. So now I'm left with two numbers, which are 15 and 20. So when you have two numbers, you add them and take their average. So that is 35 over 2 will be my median, which will be 17.5. Now, way number two is first count how many data sets are there, add 1 and divide by 2. Whatever term you will get will be your median. So for example, here, how many data sets I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Divided by 2 is 5th. So fifth value is my median. And I can count what is my fifth value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That comes out to be 30. So 30 is the median. Now let's see the second way in this data. In this data, I have how many data sets? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 1 is 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So it means my median is the average of the fourth and the fifth term. So what is my fourth term, which is 15? Fifth term is 20. 15 plus 2 divided by 2 is 17.5 is my median. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you what are the two ways of doing the medians. Either you do n plus 1 divided by 2 terms, or you start striking the numbers from the n. If you're left with one single number, that will be a median, or two number, then that will be the average, will be the median. Now, is median good or bad? Median is not affected by the outliers, but as you can see, it is just looking at the median number. So it is not using all the data points, so it is not as reliable as the median. Okay, now let's move on to the third statistical measure, which is a mode. Mode is the most frequent value. So you see the data. It doesn't matter whether it is in ascending order, descending order. If it is in ascending order, it's easier for you to see that what are the numbers that are repeating itself more often. So if you see this data set, 20, 25, 30, 35, 20. So you can see that 20, 20, 20's repeating itself 3 times, so mode is 20. Next is the marks scored by David in the test or here. What is the mode? So you can see that 15 is the one that is repeating itself, more common, that's the mode. Again, mode is also not affected by outliers, but as median, it is not using all the data points, so it is again not as reliable as mean. Okay, so I hope how to calculate the mean, median, and mode, that is crystal clear to you. Now let us come to a range. Range is you arrange the data in the increasing order and take the difference between the highest and the lowest value, that is first and the last value, and the range tells you how spread your data is. And this range is highly affected by outliers. So if this is the marks obtained by June, if you increase it in increasing order, you will see that my highest value is 41 and lowest value is 20. So I'll take that away. So 21 will be the range of the data. Okay, so I hope the mean, median, and mode and range are clear to you. Now let's summarize them together. So we did mean, which is the average. You add all the values divided by the number of data set. Median, you find the middle value, either striking the numbers at each end or doing n plus 1 divided by 2 term. Mode is the most frequent value and range is the highest value. Take away the lowest value. Now these are the marks of Jones in a test. You need to work out mean, median, mode, and range of this. You can pause the video, have a go at this question, and let's come back to the answer. So now I'll add up all the values, divide by how many data sets are there. There are 9, so the mean would be 29.55. Next, I'll arrange the data in the increasing order, and then I'll start chopping numbers from each end. And then I'll see that I am left with just one term, which is 30, which is the middle value. Range is the highest, take away the smallest, which is 21. And mode is the most frequent value, which is 20. Okay, so I hope this basic mean, median, mode, and range is crystal clear to you. Now let's come to how you do mean and median from a frequency table. Now you could have some data like this, that there are 10 people who have 1 pens. There are 12 people who have 2 pens. Now, if I write this data as discrete, then how my data set will look like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times I'll have 1. Then 12 times I'll have 2. So this will be like a big set of data. So we have made this table and summarized this in the form of a frequency table. That number of pens, people having number of pens, there are 10 people. People having number of 2 pens are 12 people. Now we need to work out the mean for that, the mode for that, and the median for that. Now, mean for that is you need to multiply the number of pence with the frequency. So you can label the number of pence with xi and frequency with fi, multiply that, take that sum, and then divide it by the total of frequency. So my mean would be that I'll add up all this table, the product of frequency times the number of pence, and then I'll divide it by the sum of frequency, which is this table. This will be the mean. The mode is the value with the highest frequency. So I can just look up my table and see which is the value which has the highest frequency. And for the median, I'll add up the cumulative frequency. Okay, and then I'll work out what is my total frequency and do n plus 1 divided by 2 and see where will that particular term will lie. Okay, so now you pause the video, have a go at this question, and come back to check the answer. Okay, so this is how a table will look like. I have multiplied 10 with 1 and I have filled up this table. So that becomes 10, 12 times 2, 24, 15 times 3, 45, 40, 35, 120 and 70. I have added this whole table, which is 344, added the frequency, which gave me 84, and 344 divided by 84 is 4.09 pence. It means that average 4.4 pence is what the people have. Now, the highest frequency I can see is 20, which is for 6 pence. So mode is the 6 pence. Now, median is, what are the total frequency? It means I have total 84 data sets. So 84 add 1 divided by 2 is 42.50. So I need to see where will be my 42nd term or the 43rd pen. 42nd and the 43rd term lie. Now, in the cumulative frequency, the first 10 numbers are 1. Then the first to 22 numbers, that is 11 to 22 numbers, is pen 2. Okay, 23 to 37 data sets have 3 pens. Now I want where is my 42nd and the 43rd data set. So that will be in this column. So that means it is 4 pens. Okay, so to do that, it's better to work out the cumulative frequency, do n plus 1 divided by 2 and work out where is your that particular term lying. So I want the term which is 42. So from 37 to 47, 38 to 47 term is having 4 pence, and I want 42nd and the 43rd term average, which is 4 pence. So 4 pence is my median. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. More examples you can try in the link below, where I have put the link to the more questions on this topic. Next is from the group data. Now, what is a group data? In a group data, they'll give you the range. That let's say that we have this data for 80 people, and the 5 people whose weight range from 0 to 10. 10 to 20, there are 10 people. 20 to 30, there's 15, 30. Now, how do you do these ones? For mean, you work out the midpoint of the range and call it as an x1 table, and then multiply it by the frequency and get xi fi, sum that column divided by the total of frequency. For mode, you see where is the higher frequency, that particular range will be your mode. For the median, again, you work out the n plus 1 over 2, that is, do the cumulative frequency and see where your n plus 1 divided by 2 term lies. Now let's see this. This is my midpoint, which is 0 to 10. The difference is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. 20 plus 10 is 30 divided by 2 is 15, 25, 35, 45. Then I times the midpoints with the frequency, and I got these numbers. 10 divided by 15, 10 multiplied by 15, 150. And then I added the 2, and then I divide these two numbers. So 2600 divided by 80, 32.5 kg is my mean. My mode is that term which has the highest frequency, which is 40 to 50 range. And median, this is total frequency is 80. So I'll work out 80 plus 1, 81 over 2. That is where my 43rd term lies. Okay. I'll work out the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is you write the first number, then add the first with the next. So that is 15, 10 add 15 is 30. 30 as 20 is 50. You need to make sure the last number of cumulative frequency will be the total of the frequency. If it comes, it means you have done it correctly. So now my median is the 40th and the 41st term average. Now here, the cumulative frequency tells me that 31 to 50 values are in this range. So this range will be my median, which is 30, X, and 40. So I hope that how do you work out from the group data is clear to you. Now let's take an example of how we can compare the data using mean, median, mode, and range. So here we have given you the marks of students A and B, and you need to compare who performed better. Okay, now for comparisons, you can use mean, median, mode, and range. So let us make this table. Let us work out the mean, medians, mode, and range. I hope you know now how to do the mean, median, mode, and range. If you're still not sure, move back, watch the mean, median, mode, range, and come back to this question. Now, this is how our table looks like. The mean for the data A is 31, median is 30, mode is 25, range is 15. For B, it is 35, 37, 30, and 10. Now, if you compare the mean, median, mode, and range, we can see that for mean, median, mode, the B is highest than A. So it means that B scores are the highest. But if we see the range, A range is greater. It means that A data is more spread and the scores of B are not that spread as compared to A. So this is how we compare the data using mean, median, mode, and range. Now let's see some word problems. The first question is, there are a set of 5 numbers. They have given you the first number. They have given you that median is 7, range is 12, mode is 3, mean is 8. So you have to work out the numbers. The second question is, they have given you the mean of 6 numbers, means of first 2 numbers, and then you need to work out the mean of the next 4 numbers. So you can pause the video, have a go at this question, and then come back. Okay, so let's perform this first question. Now they say the median is 7 and we know our middle number is this. So we have filled this as 7. Then they say the range is 12. It means that the first number, the last number difference is 12. So it means that the last number has to be 15. So that 15 minus 3 is 12. Then they say that mode is 3, which means that 3 should at least be more than all the rest of the numbers. So one other number has to be 3, so that mode becomes 3. Now we have got 3, 3, 7, and 15. Now we have to work out the last number. Now we know since the mean is 8 and there are 5 terms, it means that the sum of all these numbers is 40. So we added all of them together, take away from 40, and we'll get 12 as a last number. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Next is the mean of 6 number is 10. It means that the total of 6 numbers is 60. And if the mean of first 2 number is 8, it means that the total of first 2 number is 16. So when you take away these 2 numbers, you get the total of 44. That's the sum of last 4 numbers. You divide it by 4, which gives you the mean of 11. Okay, so I hope this concept of mean, median, and mode is crystal clear to you. As always, I always emphasize that your preparation is not complete until and unless we do question by topic. So the next step is that do question by topic. The link is mentioned in the description box below. Do the questions, see if you're able to answer them. If you have doubt, ask me. I'm always available for you. So if you like this video, then do please subscribe to my channel. Also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified as soon as I post a new video. And if you want to join, you can join my free Facebook group by the name Get A Stars in GCSEs and A-Level Science and Maths, where you can post all your queries and get the replies from me and some other tutors. And we also have students who are at the same level as you. So we can discuss the problems there. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram at Expert Guidance, where I post regular updates and regular tips and some study teasers. Okay, so I hope you like this video. I'll see you next in the next video. Till then, happy revising.